All right, Rob Parker joining us. Okay, first of all, I drove to work this morning, knew you'd be on the show, and I knew you'd have trouble with this. You and I are on the opposite sides of the spectrum on this. Brady and Peyton Manning have been friends all along. I think it's wonderful. I think it's a con that you think everybody's fighting. There's so much money now. Nobody's taking anybody else's money off the table. There's 9 shoe companies in the NBA paying players. Used to be like Nike and Converse, and that was it. You don't like this.
I don't like it because I still think there should be a competition. We've gotten to the point where guys used to try to take food off each other's plate. Now they're eating off the same plate. And you're right. And the money has blurred the lines for a lot of people because of that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Just think about one of the all-time rivals with Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan. Right. It got to the point where it wasn't. Remember, Isaiah got the best of him early on. Michael then got him at the end. And during it, Michael was the one who kept him off the dream team. Just think about this. How deep-rooted that was and how much they didn't get along and like each other.
And you like that?
I do. From the standpoint of, I'm just saying that there was real rivals. You really wanted to beat guys. You didn't work out with each other during the offseason, and then you go play. There's too much friendly, buddy.
It's a jersey-swapping culture now.
Yeah, and all that. Why would you do all that? Maybe years later after you retire and whatnot, but that was like the fraternizing. You see with baseball, you're fraternizing with the other guys. You would have a fight in the old days if a player from another team tried to come into your clubhouse. It wouldn't happen. Players wouldn't allow another guy to come in.
I think the American public overwhelmingly agrees with you. I think most people don't like my opinion on this, which is, listen, money changes everything. We got 20-year-old billionaires now because of Silicon Valley. It's life. Is that the NBA guys are all making money.
But I'm just saying, it's just like the AAU mentality we talk about all the time.
Right. You don't like it.
I hate it. All the great players in the city all gang up on one team, beat nobody, and then beat their chest like, oh, we went undefeated. Of course you did. You didn't beat anybody.
No, the Brady Manning thing, it just pulls a little bit of emotionally, you wish they hated each other.
Exactly. More like they wanted to beat each other's brains in and wanted to be that guy during that era, not let's share this. And you win a few, I win a few. This is great. And we both get paid.
That's the way I like. All right, Zion. Let me guess your take on Zion. You're going to follow Enes Kanter and tell me he's Julius Randle.
I might not go that far, but the hype over him is way overboard. Here's a guy, this is the thing that gets me, and he could wind up being a great player. I don't know. I got to see how he transitions into the NBA. But think about it. The hype is ridiculous from this standpoint. He was in college basketball. There's no other players. The third pick in the draft, he was first. The third was a teammate. Who did he play? You couldn't even name the fourth player in the NBA draft this year prior to the draft because there's no other player. So he played at Duke, a high-profile, legendary school, and then there are no other big stars around. So, of course, he stands out bigger than anybody.
Your eyes don't tell you he's dynamic?
Yes. But I didn't see him against anybody else to really know where he fits in. And when you get to the NBA, everybody's good.
Everybody.
So until we get to see him in those situations, I'll be able to tell. Just because he has Instagram followers and they're selling more merchandise. You know why he sells more merchandise than anybody else?
Why?
Because people have access now to be able. In the old days, you had to be in that city or that town to buy that stuff. Now you go online. Now you can get anything. You can watch any game you want. It wasn't like that when Michael Jordan and other people were coming along. It's totally warped.
Do you think he'll be a good player?
Yeah, I do. But I'm just saying, I'm not ready. People are ready to send him to the Hall of Fame and this and that. He's going to be the next LeBron James. I'm not there yet. I just have to see him.
No, I don't think he's as good as LeBron.
But I'm just saying, they're like, he's the next it. I've heard that over and over from a lot of people.
I'm not sure he's going to be as good as Charles Barkley. I think he's going to be better than Blake Griffin and better than Larry Johnson. He won't score as many points as Karl Malone because he won't have a John Stockton. I think he's going to be a 10-time All-Star. He's going to be the face of the league within about 3 years, and he'll be a great 24.5 to 25.5 point player. But I don't think he's going to be LeBron James.
Yeah, I'm just not convinced yet. I just have to see him with the better talent. I think he played against nobody in college, and when you're a dominant big guy like that, like he was, he's going to shine bigger than everybody else.
All right, LeBron and Anthony Davis, you must be overwhelmed. You live in Los Angeles. You can get season tickets. Favored in Vegas to win the championship, LeBron and AD.
No way, no how am I buying into this. First of all, I'm not even sure that this is the perfect match as everybody else is making it out. Because look at the last two big guys who played with LeBron and what were they reduced to? Chris Bosh and also Kevin Love, who put up unbelievable numbers in Minnesota.
No, they were both 24 a game. I mean, they were dominant NBA players.
And they didn't turn out to be that way. And I'm more convinced that maybe Kyle Kuzma winds up being that second option, not Anthony Davis. Kyle Kuzma's passing the ball to Anthony Davis. I'm not sure. I don't think he passes it to anybody. But they went bent over backwards to keep Kyle Kuzma for a reason. They think he has star quality.
Yes.
Correct?
I do too, yeah.
So he could wind up being the Dwayne Wade, the Kyrie Irving. He could be in that mix that LeBron has had with his three big players.
You don't think they'll win games?
I'm not convinced so far from this standpoint. Look at the West. It's stacked. I try to find out who's falling out that made the playoffs a year ago to allow the Lakers to move in.
Pelicans and Utah are better. That's indisputable. Utah's better. Pelicans are better.
And Denver's better from an experience standpoint. They had a good team last year.
Now, I think they'll win the West. And then I do think Portland, Nurkic is back, so they'll be better.
So I'm trying to look, and the only spot I would say is the A spot with the Clippers. But if they get Kawhi, then they leap all the way to the top. So the Lakers could be left out in the cold. Are the Lakers better? Yes. But you would have to give me a team that's fallen out, and I don't see it so far. Who's falling out? Is Golden State not going to make the playoffs?
No, they will.
Okay, so I'm looking. Is Houston not going to make the playoffs?
They will.
So who's falling out?
So look, Golden State will, Houston will, Utah definitely will, Portland, Denver. I have Denver winning the West. That's 5.
OKC?
Nah, out.
They're out?
Out. I'd go Lakers. I would go Pelicans are fascinating, maybe a bit young. If Minnesota got D'Angelo Russell, I'd put Minnesota in.
The Clippers won 48
Clippers,
games.
my bad. Clippers are in.
Spurs?
Spurs
team.
are probably in.
So I'm looking around and saying...
there's not a lot of openings at the hotel. There's not a lot of hotel rooms open.
And that's why I'm not buying in. And then, I don't know, Anthony Davis, is there a transition year, trying to figure out we're playing with LeBron? Don't forget, LeBron is year 17, and you could talk about 27, 8, and 8 all you want, but they weren't impactful numbers as they were a year ago. When he went into playoff mode, activated, do you remember that?
Yeah.
They lost to bad teams, and LeBron played. Their record was 28 and 27 with LeBron. That's what the Lakers were. They were a 500 team.
By the way, you're a baseball guy. You do my Inside the Parker podcast on the Herd Podcast Network. You're also a Baseball Hall of Fame voter. Explain something to me. The Yankees, everybody's been hurt, and they're still, I think, 7 games in front in their division. Now Judge and Giancarlo Stanton are back. Favorite to win the American League, and they've literally had nobody healthy. How do you explain that as a Baseball Hall of Fame voter? Because now they played this weekend in London. By the way, did you see that airplane the Red Sox traveled on?
Oh, my goodness.
It's a hotel with wings.
Unbelievable.
Explain it to me.
It's been unbelievable. The Yankees have had so much depth and gotten so much production from a lot of different people, and it's incredible. The thing that you look at, the Dodgers, as good as they are, have 55 wins. Yankees have 51, so
nobody's been healthy.
And nobody's been healthy. They lost their number 1 starter, Severino. Didi Gregorius was out. Judge, Stan. I could go on and on and on. The team that was on the disabled list or the injured list now was as good as the team that was playing. But LeMahieu and all these young kids, Gleyber Torres and all these guys have just come up and been big for them. Luke Voit at first base might be the starting first baseman in the American League. So they've just gotten, their depth is great. They have a really good bullpen. And the Yankees, if they go out and get one more pitcher, they will be the favorite to win the World Series.
Good seeing you, Rob Parker.
Always.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.